Hey guys, welcome to the video. Today's video was originally going to be an in-depth analysis of the new end of round matchmaking system, which is basically a team balancer, but as of the time of recording, it has been disabled and there are no plans to enable it again before the end of the year. So I guess we should be taking a look at the results from the live testing of this feature. Let's get started. So if you haven't been following Battlefield news lately, DICE implemented a new end of round matchmaking system, which was limited to breakthrough only. So essentially what it does is at the end of every round, it evaluates the server, sees if the teams were balanced, how the game progressed, if any people were leaving the server because they were frustrated, and try to balance out the server so that the next match or the following match will be more balanced. I'll explain the system in more detail if and when required, but for now let's turn our attention towards the official Battlefield forum. A separate post has been made on the forum saying they've now disabled the system, and from the data they've collected directly from the game and from the feedback they've received, they now have some changes they'd like to make and some valuable information on how the system performs in a live test environment. I'll leave a link to the post in the description so that you guys can check it out for yourself if you want to. But here is how the post goes. Morning folks, to follow up on our initial round of testing performed over the past week with the EOR MM, I wanted to let you know that we've now switched this system off and reset breakthrough back to its previous mode of operation. Really grateful to those who jumped into the mode over the past week or so and subsequently took the time to share their thoughts and feedback with us. We saw some really positive results with this test, and we saw some concerning behaviors that many of you were able to reinforce with your feedback. As originally noted, if we couldn't ensure that this would be an overall positive improvement, we wouldn't force the change, and we wouldn't sustain the EOR MM unless we had total confidence that we were fully improving the experience across the board. What went well? So this is going to be the part of the system that had a good impact or maybe worked in the way they were expecting to. Let's read on. What went well? We saw some much improved behaviors in terms of more folks being able to start fresh rounds of breakthrough with an even number of players across the teams, and overall better balance across the teams that encouraged more players to see out the rounds. I have to say, when I was playing on European servers, it was much more even in terms of number of players anyway. Can't say the same for Southeast Asian servers though. I think that's because there's a very small number of players trying to play breakthrough in this region though. Back to the blog. What surprised us? Oh hey, good job Battlefield community, we continue to surprise DICE and the world. Kidding of course. What surprised us? We saw few instances than we expected of players progressing at the EOR into a server where they were about to play the same map. We recognize that for some the preference remains to have a predictable sequence of maps, and we're keen to explore what improvements we can make in that area if we can. Right, so this is how the balancer actually worked, right? Not like BF1 where it would switch you to the other team because apparently it was annoying for the people who got switched and didn't actually help with balancing the server. So let's say you were playing Arras and the next map was going to be Devastation. So at the end of the round, there was a chance that your squad could be moved into a server which was playing again Arras, which they're saying didn't happen, so that's good. But the next map still wasn't definitely going to be Devastation. It could have been something else. Basically, there was no way to predict the next map that you could be playing. Alright, what encouraged us to end the test? We weren't satisfied with the behavior of the system in certain regions, where at the end of the round, some players were being sent into fresh, empty servers that had little to no chance of starting up into a complete round. For those players, we weren't satisfied that we were improving the experience enough of the time, as this was causing players to spend longer to get back into games with little guarantee that they could continue on playing the game. So this is related to what I said earlier about Southeast Asian servers, right? And it makes sense in regions where there are only 4 or 5 total servers playing breakthrough at peak times in the day. There's only so much that automated balancing can do before you might end up in a half full server. Okay, so what happens next? We'll spend some more time reviewing our experience with this and the feedback that you've shared so far. Keep it coming by the way. And determine what alterations and adjustments we can make in the new year. When we know what these are, we'll see about what further trials we need to run and let you know in due course. Big thanks again from us all for your feedback. Freeman at Bart Welch. And that is the end of the post. Again, link in the description if you want to go check it out or leave some feedback. I'm curious to see what's going to become of this system eventually, because it's currently still in a state where it needs a lot of work. And it's also kind of skill-based matchmaking-ish. So guys, leave a like if you enjoyed the video or you found it useful. Subscribe for more videos like this. And yeah, with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. I've been Osmodrome and I'll see you in the next one.